What up, Dokkaners? Welcome back to Toonami for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battles. So, for today's video, we're going to be talking about the World Tournament that's coming up in just a few hours. Probably like 6 or 7 by the time you're watching this, depending on when you're watching this. And we're going to preview all the units, take a look at what they do. We've got a couple new ones. We also have a very unique piece of information that will be coming at the end of this regarding something in the future of Dokkan. But let's jump in and start with the units that you see right here. This is the 34th World Tournament for Global. We are getting the Trunks, the movie Trunks from the BoJack movie. We're getting the highly coveted Demon King Piccolo, and we're also getting the TUR of a very, 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 very nice free-to-play unit that Talon cannot stop talking about, and that is the High School Gohan. We're also getting another free-to-play unit in the form of the Jacky Chun, but we'll take a look at that later on. So let's start with the Trunks. This guy can be farmed. That will be useful to mention later on, but I'm just going to say it right now. He can be farmed with a Super Strike Trunks. This guy is a movie hero support. He has, he's not really good in the leader department, but causes supreme damage, medium chance to stun, attack and defense plus 70, changes physical key spheres to rainbow, medium chance of evading enemy's attack, including super attack, movie hero category allies key plus 2, attack plus 20, defense plus 10. Nothing really spectacular. He can stun, he can dodge, you know, he's got some support. He's a useful asset. He's not going to be a game changer, but he'll be okay. He'll be serviceable on a lot of these categories for free to play. But yeah, definitely pick him up. You can farm out a super attack with ease, so don't worry so much about using Kais on this guy. And yeah, we'll come back to him in a second. Demon King Piccolo. This guy is the one and only unit that everybody cares about. Terrifying Conquerors, key plus 3, 120%. For a World Tournament unit, that is spectacular. Every other World Tournament LR that we've had has been nothing compared to this. The closest one was the Yamcha, who was a Joint Forces lead key plus 300%. This guy raises defense for 1 turn, causes Colossal. Greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes Mega Colossal. Attack plus 6,000 per key sphere obtained, Tech Key Sphere. Reduces damage received by 50% with 5 or more key spheres obtained. This doesn't require Tech. This can be any key spheres. Randomly changes key of a certain type, Tech excluded, to Tech Key Spheres. Restores youth using Dragon Balls when power conditions are Dragon Ball's power when conditions are met. So, basically from this passive alone, you can get stronger with each tech orb you pick up, and you will randomly change those key spheres to tech, so you can basically enhance the nuking properties of this unit, while also protecting yourself with some defense. Not to mention, your super attack already gives you some defense, so this is already a really good unit. But, on top of that, Rejuvenation Condition restores youth using the power of the Dragon Ball starting from the 7th turn of the start of the battle, or when there's a Dragon Ball Saga or World Tournament or Dragon Ball Seekers category enemy. So this is obviously feeding into the whole thing about, you know, the story, because when he was fighting Kid Goku, that's kind of when this whole thing happened, so they had to make it somewhat restrictive. The whole 7th turn in battle thing kind of sucks, but let's see what happens when he transforms. I don't exactly know what he totally does when he transforms, but let's see. When he transforms, he raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Okay, greatly raised attack and defense causes Colossal. Attack plus 6666 per key sphere. Reduces damage received by 66% for 5 turns from the start of the turn. Wow. What? Reduces damage received by 50% with 5 or more key spheres obtained from the... Oh, starting from the 6th. Okay. I thought they were stacking one damage reduction on top of another. This is happening afterwards. So, with the transformation, he will tank for 5 turns on his own, after which he will have to go back to relying on the 5 or more key spheres picked up. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to tech. Okay. So this is basically slightly enhancing what he's already doing. Very nice. Not to mention his super attack raises attack and defense. This is a really, really nice unit, man. Really nice unit. And his category changes to Thirst for Conquest. Dude, this unit looks awesome. So awesome. Resurrected Warriors, Namekians, full power, Dragon Ball Z. I mean, look at the categories. This is a pretty diverse set of categories for a free-to-play LR. Really, really nice. I am very excited for this. I'm very excited for this. Wow, I cannot wait to rainbow this guy in 3 World Tournaments. Because that's what I plan to do. Before we move on, let me also jump back to the SSR form of this guy. He can't be farmed, but this guy's super attack can be boosted with the help of other Piccolos. So let me just show you to be clear. He is a Demon King Piccolo Elder, so he does not qualify as any other Piccolo but this, and he will be able to get that super attack from another free-to-play drop that comes from the World Tournament ticket summons, which is this guy, the Int one, as well as the summonable STR Demon King Piccolo Elder. Now, I personally have this unit rainbowed, so if I ever come across more copies, I could use this to infuse into this guy. But it's probably not going to happen between now and when I get this unit, so I'm probably just going to use Kai's on this guy. But just for the record, there is a way to boost his super attack by other means. It's just not a very, preferable one. So just for those of you who are super, super, super ultra mega whales, for those of you guys. Anyway, let's move on. So we'll go back to the LR and just keep this page up because I want to mention something about this unit later on. But let's now jump to the High School Gohan. So this guy, as it stands on global, he's not too impressive. He has a rare chance to stun. Super class allies key +2 attack and defense +25%. I actually used this guy to beat several Super Battle Road runs just with this because I gave him max additional. He's actually been pretty good. But now, global will be getting the TUR for this guy. And he becomes apparently amazing. Let's see what the fuss is about. Shout out to Talon. Causes supreme damage with a medium chance of stunning the enemy. Very nice. Huge upgrade already because before it was a rare chance. Passive skill. Attack and defense +58%. Reduces damage received by 58%. Superclass allies key +2. Attack and defense +30%. So he's going to have 88% attack and defense on top of reducing damage. I can see it now. I can see it. So I think what he said was this is the best free-to-play support. And I can see that because he has a medium chance to stun. You're going to obviously want to go for maximum additional. Optimize your stunning chances. If you can't stun, you've got a really good fallback in this guy tanking. That is impressive. That is really impressive. So this guy will get the TUR using 7 of that World Tournament medals. That is spectacular. Now the other unit that is going to be joining global is going to be this guy. This guy is the Jacky Chun max power. I don't really know if this guy... Oh, this guy's a Kamehameha support. That's actually kind of cool. Key +2, 50% across the board for physical. He's not going to be a good lead unless he gets it. Is there a TUR for this guy? Not yet. JP will eventually get it and then we'll see it. He'll probably be pretty good. Causes supreme damage, greatly lowers defense. Attack and defense +130 when performing a super attack. Wow. Kamehameha category allies key +2 attack +20%. You know why I like this? I like this because Kamehameha is the category that he's supporting. Jacky Chun, he is integral to the Kamehameha lore in Dragon Ball because he was the one that taught Goku. So I like this. I hope this ultimately leads to some sort of Roshi Kamehameha lead unit. Category lead, Dokkan Fest, whatever. Roshi deserves it. And I like this. This is pretty cool. Obviously he's not going to do too much in a lot of other categories. He's very limited because he's a World Tournament type. But he's still very nice. This is going to make World Tournament runs teams a little bit nicer. So yeah, that is it for the new units that are going to be dropping on global. But now let's talk about the World Tournament, right? The World Tournament is going to be happening later on tonight. What do you need to do to get all the units that you can get? Well, number one, let's take a look. As with every World Tournament, number one, which is impossible, will get you 15 of basically everything and like a million rainbows. Don't worry about that. If you want to rainbow the Trunks, you need 5 copies. You need to get 5 copies. Now, for those 5 copies, you don't actually have to get them all from the placement. You will actually get one from just scoring 23 million points. When you score 23 million points, you will get 1 copy of the Trunks, which means you only technically need to get 4. If you want to get 4 copies of the Trunks, you do not have to place anywhere near these scores. You have to place a little bit lower. You actually have to place between 1,000 and 2,000. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, yeah, dude, why would I ever want to rainbow this guy? I am never going to use him. That's true. But for someone like me, I would like to be able to have him rainbow ready. I don't want to have to wait for this guy to show up in the ticket pool and then try to summon that way. Every World Tournament that I go in on, I go super, super hard, and I rank typically right about here. This is usually where I rank, 11 through 20, so I'll be getting 12 copies. But for those of you who don't want to do that, but do actually want to be able to rainbow the guy, the highest you want to get is in this interval. You will be able to get enough, and probably in the process of getting in between 1,000 and 2,000, I'm not going to say this is easy, by the way, this is not easy, but if you do end up getting in this rank, you will probably also get number 1 on your local bracket, which means you will get 2 copies of this Piccolo. Piccolo is going to be a hot commodity for a while. A lot of the global players are going to be going pretty crazy on this World Tournament, so be prepared to have to put in some work if you want to do this. But if you don't, you only have to place 101st to 150th, and apparently this has been a recent change. I believe before how it was you had to actually get into the top 10 in local to get a copy. Because I think the first place got 2, second and third got 1, and then a bunch of extra stuff, and then 4th to 10th. Actually, you know what? I don't even think that was a thing. I think it was, let me see if we can scroll back. Let me dial it back and let's see if this was actually a thing before. So let's go to World Tournament number 32. Local. Oh, I guess it's been this way for a little while. I could have sworn this was different a while ago. I'm gonna find it. Local. What the heck? Has it always been like this? 24th. I think this is when I started. Local. It's always been like this. Okay, well, this is a learning experience for me because I always rank first, so I never knew this. So my bad, guys. My bad. Yeah, I guess apparently it was always like this. You have to place either 101st or 150th in your local to get this. And to be clear, local is not based on proximity. Because if that were the case, if you were unlucky enough to be paired with me, you would never get first. That's not fair. So basically, local is like a randomized subsection of the overall global demographic. So don't think of it as proximity. Just think of it as a random selection of people. And yeah, try to go for first. I mean, it's easier said than done, right? I do this all the time. I'm always in the top 10 to 20. So I'm used to this. But for those of you who are not, and you're trying to go for rainbow, this is where you have to go. If you're ready to put the commitment, the time and effort to do it, go for it. If not, I don't blame you because this World Tournament will probably be one of the sweatiest World Tournaments ever. Ever. I'm trying to see what else is there to talk about. You do get some stuff for getting 20 wins, yada, yada, yada. That's pretty much it. There's really nothing else to talk about. Just pay attention to the scores. At the very least, if you're not going to do all that work, which is fine, try to at least get 30 million points. You'll get plenty of rewards from it. You'll get a bunch of Kais. You'll get one copy of the trunks. And by the time you get to 30 million points, you might probably stick around the 150, 100, local ranking just to get one Piccolo. That's really all you need, right? I'm going for the highest spots because I want to get those orbs, man. Orbs. I need orbs for the content. It's unfair that it has to be this way, but this is how it is. So that is it for the World Tournament prep. And lastly, what I wanted to talk about was in the data download, we got two little tidbits of information here. Shout out to Proton for the data download information, as well as all the data miners. Dokkan Festival A, Dokkan Festival B. These two little tickets are not going to be relevant for the upcoming campaign. When I say upcoming, I mean part 2 essentially, or if you want to call it part 2, of this current campaign. This is actually for the not the Golden Week, but the thank you celebration for Global regarding the Gotenks and the Evil Boo coming up in November. So that's what this is for. They're just dropping in some data now so that it doesn't have to be rolled out later on. So that's all this is. It doesn't mean anything else, folks. These are not new tickets for the World Tournament. These are not new tickets for the EZA, for Super 17. It is something for the next campaign, not this one. So that is going to be it for this update video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below and let me know in the comments, who are you most excited for? Probably Piccolo. And where do you plan on ranking on this World Tournament? I like to have this little thing, this little tradition, where every single day I do something. And then I post something on my community page. And if you guys are able to follow along with me, you're able to keep up with what I'm doing. I'm not going to tell you what it is. If you guys have been on the channel long enough, you know what I'm talking about. So hopefully you guys are paying attention to my World Tournament runs. But anyway, let me know your thoughts about this World Tournament in the comments down below. And let me know you want to rank. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future. And click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again. Stay tuned. Good luck to all of you. I will see you on the other side. And always remember to Dokkan responsibly.